The Atlanta Falcons made one little adjustment in this game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it showcased how dominant a guy like Kirk Cousins could really be. Now, this was on the first play of the game, and the one thing that we noticed right away is we have a one midfield close safety, but also they're missing their best pass coverage linebacker in Dennis, which means KJ Britt, a guy who is, primarily dominant in stopping the run, has to play a role that, quite frankly, he's just not used to and not really great in. So the first thing we notice here are these two coverages, right? You got the midfield closed, and then you got the middle linebacker. Okay, we're gonna have this tight end, Kyle Pitts, run a seam. Now watch how perfectly this is planned out or played out here for the Atlanta Falcons. So whenever you're in this type of look, we want to read or kind of throw off this safety. So how does Kirk Cousins do that on this play specifically? Well, we see it right here. He's going to look him off, move him to the other side of the field, come back and fire a bullet to Kyle Pitts. Again, let's watch this one more time. What I want you to focus on is Kirk Cousins. He's going to scan left, but in reality, he knows with this one high safety look, if he can move him this way, and then we have this one-on-one matchup here over the middle, we love our chances every single day of the week. So again, he's going to start this play off, move his running back over, which is going to move the safety over a couple of steps. Beautiful. Boom. Look left. Safety moves left, right? Or actually just stays in a line instead of moving right or moving towards Kyle Pitts. Boom. Looks him off and then throws an absolute dot to Pitty for about 40 yards on the first play of the game. In this video, we're going to break down a ton of the film from the game, and I'm going to show you exactly why this one little adjustment made the Kirk Cousins and Atlanta Falcons so much more scarier than we originally thought over the first 4 weeks. I believe he threw the ball over 48 or 58 times in this game. Previous high was only 35, which is crazy. I'm telling you right now, this team is going to be scary with Kirk Cousins. Now, before we jump into even more film, make sure you guys hit that like button if you want a part 2 to this video. The defense was absolutely amazing in the second half. If you guys want me to break that down, hit the like button. If we get over 300 likes, we'll do that. Let's get back into the video. All right, real quickly, I want to give a big shout out to this man right here, Bijan Robinson. Now, I know he didn't have the greatest game in the world here, but what we're going to see on this play specifically is they're going to show blitz off the right side. Now, what I mean by that is, before the snap, they're going to move these guys a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. And the reason to that is because they want Bijan to maybe falsely come over here instead of block potentially. However, what the defense is actually going to do is send an overload blitz off this left and drop these guys on the right side back into coverage. So boom, we're going to see him rotate. This is a really interesting design here. They're going to send him in a hook curl over here, him over here, and him over here, right? So again, instead, they're just going to send all of these guys, overload that side, and Bijan just does a really good job. We're going to see a hitch over the middle by Drake London, catches it, gets up the field for a nice chunk of yardage, and again, right, this game was huge out of Bijan Robinson. I thought he did an amazing job in pass protection, especially on this play right there. Loved it, and again, a reason why this dude is so, dynamic. He can do so many things. Shout out to Bijan. All right, here's another really good play by Kirk Cousins. A great read by Kirk. Now, we're going to get some pre-snap motion here. What does that tell us? This is clearly zone coverage. This guy doesn't cross the formation with him. So now we got a zone. We can probably speculate that you probably got a deep here, or maybe he's in a flat. You got a hook curl here, probably a mid-read hook curl here as well with some deep halves or deep quarters in the secondary. So again, as a quarterback, you know it's zone, but you don't know what zone it's in. So the one guy you want to read is this safety, and if, I guess two, you want to read this guy as well. We're going to get a really good route. He's going to fake out, cut in over the middle. Again, we want to get these guys in. We want to pass the ball so much because, again, they're missing their main pass coverage linebacker and putting in a run block or a run stuffer in KJ Britt. Just not great in pass coverage, and we show it right there. I mean, just is able to get right into the end zone for a nice touchdown. Spins off. Drake London had a massive game, but again, look at this move. Whoop! Absolutely demoralizes this DB here. No linebacker over the middle. I mean, this was just beautiful. That actually might not be KJ Britt. Not really too sure who that was over the middle, but I'll tell you what, he's not a pass coverage linebacker because, man, he is really just not covering the middle well at all. But again, I don't really know what the assignment was, but I'll tell you what, that wasn't great. All right, this is one of my favorite plays of the day by the offense. Very creative. I love the way they ran this, and Darnell Mooney is starting to really break out as a real legitimate number 2 option in the NFL. I think he was in Chicago, just some overthrows here and there. Other than that, I thought he would have been a great player. Now, before I actually jump into this play, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if you want the part 2 where I break down the defense, but more importantly, make sure you guys subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and we're going to be covering the Atlanta Falcons throughout the entirety of the season, which basically means offensive, defensive, individual player breakdown for almost every single game. So like I said, do yourself a favor, join the family. So many more videos are going to come out over the next few weeks and months and years. We got you guys covered. Join the family. Now, look at this play. So we're going to get an 8-man scat protection. Now, actually, just kidding. 8-man full slide. So what that means is we're going to really sell play action. So we're going to send the entirety of the offensive line in this direction, right? Actually, scratch that, not this guy. So whenever you have this 7-man full slide, I think I said 8, but it's 7. We're going to get the running back out this way in the flats. We're going to get a quick out over here. We're going to get a crosser over here, okay? So whenever you have this 7-man full slide jet protection, your offensive line is going to slide in one direction, and then off the weak side, you're going to keep your tight end or a running back or an extra wide receiver over there, and that's where Ray McLeod and the tight end come in. So watch how this play actually works. And the reason why it's one of my favorite plays is because they draw it up perfectly, right? So boom, play action fake. The first thing we notice is we get these guys to really bite up a little bit. Remember, we have this crosser, and then we have this out route at the top of your screen. Now, what I want to show you here is 1, the great blocking, but 2, and more importantly, Darnell Mooney's route. He is going to plant that right foot into the ground. He is going to flip that head like he is cutting over the middle of the field, which absolutely cooks this DB. Absolutely cooks him. Gets wide open. Great throw. Great anticipation. Let's watch. So, boom. He's throwing the ball right now. I absolutely love this play. I think he probably could have got to Drake London if he wanted to as well. When you only run 2 routes down the field and get both guys wide open in his zone coverage, that is unbelievable. Great anticipation. Darnell Mooney, he did have one really bad drop in this game, but ultimately didn't really cost them too much. They ended up winning it anyway. But man, what a play. This goes down as one of my favorites. Let me know which play from the offense was your favorite and why. Let's get back into the video. All right, another guy I want to give credit to here is Hodge, man. He stepped in a couple of different times in this game and, not only won them the game, but had some really good reps. Right here, we're going to see a little bit of pre-snap motion here. Let me actually show you the play, and then we'll kind of break it down afterwards. I know you guys like watching the play first before we break it down. So, I mean, the one thing that we notice here is, right, this is a post-snap read. We need to understand what the defense is in. We do have this pre-snap motion. From Darnell Mooney getting to the inside to the outside. Now, basically what we see here is nothing crazy. It looks like zone coverage because he wasn't originally on Darnell Mooney. So, 1, we kind of think this is zone coverage for the most part. But what tells us that right away is big number 98. Once Kirk Cousins actually sees him right there, this is where he's going with the football every single day of the week. So, basically, we're just going to get Hodge on this like little bit of a crosser, trying to get behind that second level of the defense and kind of just sitting in that zone, right? Look at this ball. Absolute laser by Kirk Cousins. Throws it in there to Hodge, right? Gets a nice little pickup, and like I said before, he was massive. Now, let's watch it from the opposite angle here. We're going to see this pistol. Again, once we see this guy drop back just a little bit, this is huge. Great job by, Algier here with the blitz pickup. Love it. These running backs and pass protection are massive. Again, once he sees 98 back there, wow, we're throwing this. What a dot. Okay, that right there shows you how good of a throw that is. Kirk Cousins, man, he's back, baby. All right, this was, I guess you could say, unbelievable. We're just going to get a seam up the middle by Darnell Mooney. Looks like maybe a Tampa 2 look. Either way, absolute moss. Great adjustment in midair. The route concept here is interesting. So Hodge is going to come on a late little, in over the middle. We're going to get a delayed hitch. And then we're just going to get this seam route up the middle of the field. Now, the DB is going to, we're going to have 3 DBs on this side. So it kind of feels like this is man-to-man defense, but we're going to quickly see 27 drops back into what looks like a mid-read. Now, whenever you're in a mid-read, you can tell because they'll actually turn the backs of the quarterback and just run up that seam with if anyone's going there, right? And the fact that you have all of these guys here, right, all looking at the quarterback, this tells you this is zone coverage, and it looks like it's a Tampa 2 look, just like this. You got the mid-read, hook curl, you got a flat over here, hook curl, flat, right? That's basically a shell defense. So once he sees that this is a zone defense, he wants to attack that middle, that seam, because he knows that, one, this guy's back is going to be turned almost the entirety of the way. Now, he does make a nice late adjustment, but watch Darnell Mooney get in front, absolutely pick this thing out of midair. Look at this grab. What a catch. Now, Darnell Mooney has all of the confidence in the world from his... Look at that celebration by Ray McLeod, man. You got to love it. This is a team-oriented game, and these guys are bought in. Look at that celebration by Ray. We got guys all over the football field hyped up, man. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Look at this ball. Oh, my. Unreal. Hold on. Before you guys go, listen to this. The NFL season is officially back, and with Underdog, you can win so much money, compete for prizes every single day, and make any sport that you watch more fun. With the NFL being back, you can bet on so many different things. Rookie quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, you can, put a higher lower on his longest completion, or his fumbles lost, or his passing touchdowns, whatever you guys want. They have teams all around the league. Players, offense, defense, you can win so much money, right? And if you use my code in the description, not only will they match your first deposit up to 50%. If you put in $1,000, they're going to give you $500 free. But on top of that, they're going to give you discounts. Today, it was Dak Prescott over half a yard. The freest money I have ever won in my life. Go check it out right now. Not only can you play higher, lower, but you can do drafts where you compete for prizes up to $150,000, or you can go a lower one, right? $15,000 and compete with less people. Guys, this app is fun. You can win money, and it makes everything so much more fun to watch. And again, NFL, MLB, WNBA, tennis, soccer, whatever you guys like, go check it out. All right, so we're gonna see a little bit of a levels concept here. All right, hitch over the middle by Darnell. I mean, what a throw. Ray McLeod on the dig. Now, what's special about this play, we're going to get this pre-snap motion. What we're going to see is a quicker dig over the middle, a deeper, more late dig, and then we're going to get, this, which is just a hitch over the middle. Trying to really, they were sitting in a zone for the majority of this defense, or majority of this game. They didn't want to see any of their corners just in one-on-one, single coverage a ton, so they decided to just sit in this zone. Now, what I love about this play by Kirk Cousins, right, it doesn't really do a crazy amount here, but he's going to look over here, right? We could tell he's looking in this general vicinity. But he's going to throw this. So he's going to get a no-look pass. Look, he's keeping this safety honest. He's keeping Levante David over the middle instead of following Ray. Right? The safety's not going to follow because, again, he's looking in this direction, which opens up that middle of the field even more than it was. Unbelievable. And when you're a team like Atlanta, you got a guy like Kirk Cousins, these are the things that you can bring to your team. The no-look passes, the manipulation of the defense. You just got to love everything that he's shown in this game, man. You got to. All right, now here's just the playbook versatility. We saw it earlier with, Drake London, where he would come up in a stutter, right? He'd fake out and then get over the middle. Watch this play here as he's going to come up. He's going to stutter and then get outside. Now, this is a very scary throw to make because sometimes if there's a really good DB on the other side of this could be a pick six really easily. But once we see that one-on-one, we create that separation. If this DB was actually looking at the quarterback here, this is a pick six almost every day of the week. But looks like, that they're pretty locked in on covering. Darnell Mooney doesn't even look at the football. Boom. And now, Darnell Mooney is such a big-time playmaker, ducks under the tackle, and then gets up the field for the walk-in touchdown. Again, this is good stuff because, again, they went into halftime and they were like, all right, they're doing this stutter where they break inside. We got to be there. Right? But when you break outside, oh, man, you're not ready for it. DB's actually going to really commit to that inside. I mean, you get him frozen. The dude's frozen. Never looks back. Misses the tackle. Love it. Let's go. All right, and then you have the last play of the game. Now, the one thing that's important about this is right here. You see how Darnell goes to cross the formation? Right here, 23. Look at how he actually follows. Follows the entire time. Okay, we know this is man-to-man coverage. Another thing we notice, now this is man-to-man, this guy's got outside leverage. Okay, so if we come up and go like this, he's gonna attack that inside the field, right? And actually, let's just watch it a little bit here. So boom, once he sees this guy come down, we knew it was man-to-man coverage anyway. And now looking at this safety, I believe his name is Zion McCollum, he's got that now inside leverage, right? He's got off coverage inside. So if you lead this to the outside shoulder, that left side of his body, this guy's going to come up and try to break it up through that right side. Boom, over commits to the wrong side, gambles, and that costs you the game, because not only do we have a playmaker here in Hodge, but we also have a team that loves to just fight. Look at this. Ray going to turn around. He's going to block. We got Kyle Pitts doing a good job setting a block as well. This team just wants to win football games, and you could tell 12. Hodge has the speed to get by and ends up walking in for a touchdown, winning the game here in Atlanta and proving the 3-2. What a big win for the Atlanta Falcons, and you know, that's how you do it right there. Now, I'm going to end the video here. There were still so many other plays I wanted to put in here, but it was getting to the point where the video is going to be 30 minutes long. So, wanted to end it here. But do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family. Turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post one of these Falcons videos. And, yeah, with that being said, I should be